Hello viewers, it's Sentai Michael from Screen Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my separate called the Sentai Review. And like always, I will speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you to understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breach your heart during this art podcast recording as well, not to cause any art feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this art podcast recording will retain your adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this art podcast recording will retain your adult language. If you're under 18, now if you're over 18, that means you got to watch this art podcast recording. So anyway, let's get into the latest episode of Boonboomger. So basically, we see Rice Banner's asteroid mobile asteroid fortress making its way into Earth orbit. So basically, Rice Banner is finally made its way to Earth in its mobile asteroid planet. His mobile asteroid fortress, I believe. So basically, Wise Spanner was was happy to finally come to Earth and and meet his old friend Boom Boom. Meanwhile, at the Hashi Trio warehouse, we see Detroit, Tasha, and Yaya still sleep or asleep in their warehouse headquarters until Grand Rich shows up and woke them up. He's like, there you three are. So basically, it took a minute to realize who Grand Rich was, and basically, and basically, like Grand Rich said, wow, you must be the loyal. So basically, you must be the free. You must be the Hashi trio that Rex that Matt Rex talk highly of. So basically, don't worry. I have been, even though you guys had some trouble with the Blue Rangers, but I will expect your loyalty to keep on fighting against the Blue Rangers. So basically, so basically Grand West is giving the Hockey Trio for, even though you guys have failed to take down the Rangers, but you keep on doing your best despite the odds against you. So basically, now that I'm here and White Spencer is also here is here as well on Earth as well, come down soon for its asteroid fortress. So basically, Grandma said, "You three stick with me, and White Phantom, and we'll take over this Earth, take over this world, take over Earth, and take down the boom, the boom, the boomboomgers once and for all." Anyway, so basically, Grand Race gave Tasha a monster key and a sponge to use that monster key to turn that sponge into a monster. And basically, Tasha and the rest of the Hashi trio was like, okay, that's kind of odd, a sponge monster, okay. So anyway, Meanwhile, we see Agent Sava, having lunch, outside eating her lunch, and basically staring at a screensaver of Boom Boom, and basically turns out her friend who also works for the ISA came back to Japan. Her name is Miami. So basically, Miami is like, and oh, it's good to see you again, Saba. So basically, was asking that, what do you see? Boom Boom is it's an alien robot. So basically, Miami's out of all the boom, out of all the boom, out of all the boomer human males, you choose the robot one. So basically, Miami said that, I'm back. I'm back and working with the director again and whatnot. So anyway, turns out the director was planning to make sure that the Rangers doesn't know that uh, oh, blah, blah. So basically, it turns out the director of the ISA was planning to make sure that the Rangers doesn't make sure that nobody detects that White Spaniel has is in Earth orbit and it's in Earth orbit and whatnot. So anyway, so basically Miami is the ISA director's assistant, cover up the fact that White Spaniel's asteroid mobile fortress is in Earth is in Earth's orbit and whatnot. So anyway, the Spun Monster started to attack people and force people to slip on the ground, with a sleep with its bubble suds and whatnot. So basically, lucky that Officer Joe was there, and basically he tried to morph up, but the monster used his slippery bubbles to make Joe slip before he transformed. But lucky for him, the Rangers were there except for Saba. I mean, except for Gimba. So basically, the Rangers showed up set for Gimba. So basically, it was just Tire, Mino, Shino, and Sakamo that showed up to help out Joe, and Gimba was nowhere to be found. So basically, they morphed up and basically started to fight the Sponge Monster and whatnot. So basically, so basically, while the Sponge So basically, while the Sponge Monster was fighting the Rangers, Boom Boom and Diesel was back at the headquarters watching the fight, and that's when the Hostage Trio said that we got to meet Grand West to go we need to go meet up with Grand West to welcome White Spectrum to Earth. So basically, the Hostage Trio left the Spun Monster to deal with the Rangers, and basically Agent Saba came to the Boom Boom headquarters, and basically Boom Boom was like, oh shit, and like Agent Saba, check the satellite to make sure that there's nothing that's something in our orbit. And so basically, the director picked the satellite. So basically it went. So basically, when Agent Topper used the satellite to check to see that White Spectre is in Earth's orbit, the director covered it up, and basically, White Spectre made its way to Earth, from his mobile forces, but this laser stair route, and basically met up with Grand Risk, and basically, and met up with the director of the ISA, and basically, they had a little back and forth, and basically, like, don't worry about Earth, don't worry, Earth will be possible Earth will be possible, and you have a resistance on, Earth will still be possible, under the rule of the Hachian Empire and whatnot. So basically, and plus you will, and plus this is promised, you will have a position in the Hachian, takeover of Earth. And basically, like, and basically Grand West, so basically, like, Grand West, so basically Grand West said that I prepare a car, and basically, like, and the White Phantom and this little monkey on his shoulder was like, I had to go run an errand real quick. So basically, turns out that Grand West took the car of the ISS, of the director, took the car of the director, and basically to go see the Rangers. So basically the Rangers so basically Gimmer did showed up and basically tried to and morphed up and fight against the Rangers and whatnot. Gimmer did show up and fight against the Spun Monster, fight against the Spun Monster with the rest of the Rangers, and that's when the Spun Monster started to use their power to absorb each of the Rangers except for the Tire. So basically, all the so basically, So basically, the Sponge Monster started on each of the Rangers except for a tire. So basically, Grand Race and White Spectre showed up to the battlefield, and after the monster after the Sponge Monster forced Tire to demorph. And basically, Grand Race just like, oh, Grand Race just like, open the car door and walk out with White Phantom. And Boom Boom was like, oh shit, he's here. And basically, like he's here. So basically, oh, so you're Tyre. So you're Boo Boo's friend Tyre. So basically, guess what? Guess what? I have some good news for you. Some good news for you. So basically, turns out that Grand West used his power to buy the Grand Prix race. So basically, Watch Spencer now owns the big Grand Prix race. So basically, I know that I know all about you. I know all about you guys. I know about you and Boo Boo trying to get the Grand Prix race. So guess what? I'm the new owner of the race. So basically, you guys will have to face some challenges in this year's race. So basically, now that I own the whole race now. So basically, there is going to be a fiction. So basically, you and Boom Boom, you guys can still enter the race, but I'm telling you, it's going to be a fiction. So it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You guys, it's going to be a fix. No way you guys are working at that Grand Prix and working in that Grand Prix race in one piece. So basically, Tyre was pissed off that basically Rice Spencer said, I own the big Grand Prix race, and so basically I'm the head owner, I'm the head chalk holder of the race. So basically, you guys, you guys are basically you guys are basically screwed in that race anyway. So basically, Tyre tried to morph up, but Grand Race destroyed his morpher and beat the shit out of him, and basically, White Spectre said, "Oh, so basically, tell tell Boo Boo I'll see him later." And basically, he hopped back in the car, and Granby started to beat the crap out of him a little bit more, and let the Spun Monster try to finish our tire. So basically, so basically, Dieter was trying to hold back Boom Boom to Boom Boom to fronting my Phantom, and basically Agent Salvo is like, the only person that I told about the Boom Boom to it's in the big the Big Bang Grand Prix race is my boss. So basically, Agent Salvo is confirmed that her boss is working with the Hachi aliens. So anyway, so basically, Agent Salva took a new morpher to Taya and used the wagon boom boom cars to squeeze the sponge monster and set the other Rangers free from the sponge monster body. So basically, the Rangers still had their Ranger helmets on, but they got squeezed out of their suits once the sponge monster absorbed them. So basically, Agent Salva used the wagon boom boom car to squeeze the rest of the Rangers out of the sponge monster, and therefore, because of the feedback of the boom car, so it turns out that it's very dangerous to use a boom car while a ranger suit. So basically, Agent Salva suffered some shocks, being in that boom car while a ranger suit on and whatnot. So anyway, Sakamoto decided to took Agent Salva back to the boom headquarters, and the rest of the Rangers so basically, so the rest of the Rangers deal with deal deal with the Spawn Monster, and they transformed into the championship forms and took down the Spawn Monster, and basically once the Spawn Monster was taken down by the Rangers in the championship form, we see the Hockey trio who are passed out after seeing the sight of Wise Phantom showing up, talking to Tyre. They passed out at the scene, at the sight of seeing, White Phantom, show up in that car or whatnot. And so basically, they eventually woke up, and Iaya used her high ray beam to make the Spawn Monster grow, and basically they used a special version. So basically, they formed the Championship Custom 911 911 Megazord to. Um, so they did a special champion 911 Megazord combination to take down the Fun Monster, and basically the Fun Monster was destroyed and whatnot. So anyway, back at the headquarters, meanwhile, back at a few minutes later, back at the Boom Wings headquarters, Agent Saba is so basically, basically after hearing, White Spectre talk about him not owning the Big Ben Queen race, it's confirmed that my boss is working with the Hockey Aliens. So basically, I have a friend, my friend Miami. So basically, I'm gonna keep tabs on my boss, and with the help of my friend Miami, hoping to expose the truth that my boss is working with the hockey aliens to the world. So basically, Sharon said that I will lend my expertise to helping you expose the truth about expose the truth that the ISA director is working with the hockey aliens as well, using his spy expertise and whatnot to help out Aiden Sava and Miami expose that the director of the ISA is working with the hockey aliens. So anyway, meanwhile, in some room somewhere, we see the director of the ISA talking with the Wise Phantom, and don't worry, everything is going as planned and whatnot, and basically everything is going as planned, and also the director of the ISA introduced Nano, Ty's mentor, who's been helping manufacturing the Boom Boom Kinarovo Zords, and basically introduced him to White Phantom, and White Phantom was looking at Suzuki like, oh, so you're the tech guy who's been making those Boom Boom Kinarovo. So basically, well, let's just say you come in very useful, and basically I have big plans for Earth and the Boom Boomgers. And basically, this is how the episode ended with Wise Phantom talking to Nano and the director of the ISA about his plans for Earth and the Boom Boomgers, and basically, and this is how the episode ended on this note. So anyway, this was a good episode. So basically, Wise Spectre had a good debut. This is had a good debut official episode and whatnot in this, and in this latest episode. So anyway, things are starting to hit the fan, and basically hoping what the Rangers are going to do if the Rangers do enter the race, they know that White Bender has put a fix into the race, and basically knowing that the Rangers are going to participate in the race. I expect to tell them they're not going to go. It's not going to lead that race untapped, and basically, I just want to. I can't wait to see how this race will turn out. With now we know that Weissmantel is now owns the Grand Prix race and whatnot, and basically told the Rangers that you guys won't lead that race in one piece and whatnot. So anyway, this was a good episode. So anyway, what do you guys think about this episode? Good, bad, or just okay? Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Screen Views. One.